When a collector paid $450 million for a painting in 2017, the transaction happened in private. No press release. No celebration. No public acknowledgement. The piece never hung in a home. It went directly into storage. This is not about appreciation. It is about architecture. Most people believe the ultra-wealthy buy art because they love it. They imagine billionaires walking through galleries, moved by color and form, collecting beauty for personal enjoyment. This narrative is comfortable. It makes the inaccessible feel human. But it misses the structure entirely. Art, at the highest levels of wealth, is not acquired for walls. It is acquired for what it does within a portfolio, within a network, and within a system that operates beyond public markets. The distinction is not between loving art and using it. The distinction is between seeing art as decoration and seeing it as infrastructure. Blue-chip art behaves differently than equities. It does not correlate with traditional markets. It does not react to policy announcements. It does not move with currency fluctuations. This is not incidental. This is the point. When traditional markets experience compression, art remains structurally insulated. Scarcity is absolute. A masterwork cannot be printed. A significant piece cannot be issued in series. The supply is fixed. Demand among the ultra-wealthy is consistent. Over decades, blue-chip works have appreciated at rates that rival alternative investments, without the same reporting requirements. And unlike real estate, art does not generate property tax. Unlike stocks, it does not trigger capital gains until sale. It stores value quietly. It moves value discreetly. And it does so outside the architecture of public markets. This is not passion. This is asset allocation. Ownership of significant works opens doors that money alone cannot. Museum boards. Private foundation circles. Curatorial influence. Access to institutions that shape cultural capital. These are not social clubs. They are networks of decision-makers operating across finance, policy, media, and legacy industries. A major gift to a museum is not philanthropy in the traditional sense. It is positioning. It establishes credibility within rooms where credibility is the currency. It creates obligation. It builds relationships with other collectors, other families, other entities managing generational wealth. And it does so without the visibility of a political donation or the scrutiny of a corporate acquisition. Art allows influence to be exercised quietly. It also allows legacy to be constructed deliberately. A name attached to a wing, a gallery, a permanent collection becomes part of the institutional record. This is not vanity. This is how memory is architectured. Art does not appear on a balance sheet the way other assets do. It does not require disclosure. It does not generate public filings. It can be held through entities, moved across borders, stored in locations where it remains outside certain jurisdictions indefinitely. A painting can be relocated from one city to another without triggering the reporting structures that govern other assets. This is not evasion. This is optionality. For families managing wealth across generations and across geographies, art represents a form of value that remains under direct control. No custodian. No counterparty risk. No dependence on institutional solvency. It is physical, portable, and entirely at the discretion of the holder. In periods of political instability, currency devaluation, or systemic financial risk, this matters more than yield. There is a reason certain collectors never appear on public lists. Art allows wealth to signal without declaring. A blue-chip collection communicates sophistication, taste, and access to networks that cannot be purchased outright. It does so to those who understand the language. To everyone else, it remains invisible. This is the opposite of conspicuous assets. Those announce. Art establishes. It separates those who have wealth from those who have learned how to position it. And in rooms where everyone has liquidity, positioning is what differentiates. The ultra-wealthy do not think in purchases. They think in structures. Art is not what they love. It is how they build. If you want to understand how power actually operates, Subscribe to Power Protocol. We cover what matters.